Hi everybody, my name is K Bani, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to design this. Let's step into Photoshop. Let's start. Alright, so I'm going to go to File, I'll go to New, and then I'm going to use these dimensions. I'll set here 2 pixels, and then over here I'll set it to 2000, and then the height also as well 2000, and then over here at the resolution, let's leave it at 72. I'm going to call it Church Flyer Design. Alright, and then I'll leave everything basically like this. Color profile, don't color manager or whatever it is, let's leave it like that. Alright, normally I like to use this one. Alright, and then I'll click on create, and so this is how it's going to be like. Now I also like to set my guides as well. You know, I always do that. So I'll go to view, and then I'll go to new guide layout, and then I'll set here to 8, and then I'll also set here to 8, and then over here 20 each, and I'll click on OK. Alright, now guys, very important. Now guys, if you're interested in the Photoshop course, concise Photoshop course, that will teach you everything about graphic designing, both theory and practicals, and make you move from a beginner to a professional, and then learn how to design flyers on your own, teaching you every trick that the professionals know. There's a course for you in the description. Okay, just check it, you will see it, and then you just flow with it. Okay, I promise you, you will learn many things and you will grow as well. Alright, so I have this set. Now the next thing I'm going to do right now is to create the background. Now creating the background, we first want to create a white background, and that's what we have now. If you do not have a white background, just go here and then go to solid and then create a white background over here. Okay, the next thing I also want you to do now is to bring in your, what is it called, this one. Let's drag it in there. Okay, and then you want to increase it like that, and then push it somewhere here. Alright, just leave it somewhere here, and then maybe increase it more, and then push it there, basically something like this. Okay, and then you want to give it a mask, and then you want to click on your brush, make sure your caps lock is off, and then like that, and then just make sure here's color black, guys. Color black, choose a soft round brush, and then click over here, and then just brush it off like that. Okay, like that. Also you want to go here at the background, click over here, and then I want you to click on the gradient over here, and then I want you to choose this color code F9 E8 CE. Now it's not really black, it's not really white. Okay, now click over here on the gradient over here, the mask over here, click on your brush, make sure here's color white, and then increase the size of your brush, increase it, and then hit here like that. Okay, so that is done, and then let's put it in a group, all of them, and then let's call them BG. So we're done with our background. Now we want to also bring in some few text as well, so let's type over here, and then let's come here, and then let's pick 11, copy it and paste it in there. Click on your move tool, and let's begin to work on it. So let's go to here to our character. If you can't find your character, go to Windows, go and look for character. It'll pop up for you like this. We are using a font. It's been a while I used Afterglow. I'm going to leave everything in the description for you to lead you to my blog where you can make all the downloads you want. Alright, so Afterglow over here, and then you're going to set it to regular here. The font size, you want to increase it dramatically to 336. Enter. Absolutely nice. And then also these basically are not really necessary, but here at the tracking you want to leave it at 0. Okay, that is great. And then you also want to make it italics over here. Sweet. And then let's click over here, let's a blue color, which is 103778, and click on OK. Now I want you to duplicate it, and then I want you to come and pick our, copy it, and then double click on the 11th and then paste it. Alright, now I want you to click on your move tool and then drag our here. Sweet. Now I also want you to using Afterglow as well, and then we are going to make the font size a little bit small, 241 better now, and then the tracking still leave it the same way. We are still going to make it like this, and then let's see, we are still going to make it italics as well. You're still going to make it the same color, right? and then that is basically it. You don't want it to be too apart. Now I want you to duplicate it. All right, and then let's pick th and then paste th there. Now I want you to open your character, and then the th, you are still using Afterglow, right? Still using regular, right? But the size has to decrease dramatically. You are going to use 52 for it, and then let's click on the move tool, and then let's move it somewhere here. All right, so somewhere there. Okay, that is it. And then we are still making sure it is bold, and then here is also italics as well. And then let's see how it looks like. I believe this is great. Let's put everything in a group, and then let's call it 11. Okay, now I want us to drag it somewhere here, and then I also want us to double click it and give it an effect. Actually, want to give it a stroke. Click on the stroke here, and then the stroke size, I want you to click on 4. And then I also want us to use outside over here. I want us to use normal over here. Opacity, I want us to use 100 over here. And then let's click here, let's set it to pure white. Click on OK, click on OK. This way we can actually put it in the middle. So you can see it's in the middle of it. Absolutely nice. Now I want us to click on our text tool, and then I want us to type somewhere over here. And then I want us to go and pick prophetic. Copy it and paste it in Photoshop, and then click on your move tool and then move it up here. Now with your character panel opened over here, I want us to use Berlin. This is a font I haven't used before, I believe. Berlin font. It's quite new. Alright, now we are using here, let's set it to regular here. The font size, let's use 257 over here, make it quite big. And then you also want to make sure the tracking here is 0. Make sure it's italics, and make sure it's also bold over here. Let's make it all caps, and let's make sure the bold is off, and then let's drag it this way. All right, now you also want to make sure it's in the middle of it. Okay, so make sure it's in the middle of the whole thing, and then drag it closer to it. Okay, proximity is very important in graphic designing. These are all stuff I teach you in my graphic design course, guys. Just purchase it, and you would know you really bought a course with it. Why not paste prayer over here, and then click on your move tool, and you also want to move it there as well. Control T, Control H, put it in the middle there. Alright, now you want to push both of them in a group. Alright, now let's open it also, and then let's see whether we can make some changes to it. Now with the prophetic, we are using Berlin, of course. Everything is okay over here. The prayer over here, we want to maybe increase it a little bit. Okay, it makes it blend a little bit more. So let's make the size 307. Okay, and then let's try and see whether we can put it in the middle. I did that because the prayer was quite important. The person emphasized on prayer, as prayer is quite important than even the prophetic aspect, and so I decided to increase the size a little bit just to re-emphasize that point. Okay, so it looks too boring, we can't really make it out. Okay, it looks too boring, it can't really catch our attention, so we need to find a way to make it quite interesting, guys. And so we have a few options, and one of the options is to, let's drag the prayer up a little bit. One of the options we have is the principle of contrast. Now the principle of contrast, like I said, I teach it in my course, you can get it, but then let's double click over here, and then let's apply some of the principles. Okay, so we are going to gradient overlay. Okay, then gradient overlay, I want us to set here to normal. All right, we are setting here to normal, and then let's see, setting the opacity to 100%, and then make sure the reverse is ticked, make sure the align with layer is also ticked. Now over here I want us to use radar. Let's see the font, the angle over here, let's use 129. Absolutely nice. And then let's come here itself. I want you to come here and pick this. Now click on it, and then let's click over here. Let's set some colors over here. E3381E. Nice. Click on OK. OK here. Double click here as well. Let's give it F2 FF 6 1 and click on OK as well, and then OK here as well. And then the scale over here, what should we do with the scale? Let's set it to 39. Okay, now you cannot really see it. Now if you cannot really see it, I want you to drag it over here and check it over here. You can see where it's located. It's quite far. That means it's somewhere here. You want to click on it and drag it to the middle somewhere here. All right, you want to put it at the pH over here, and then make sure it also spills on the Y a little bit. That is the whole point. And then come here and then click on OK. Now we have it set up for us. Everything is quite nice so far. We want to bring in the rest of the details. We want to click over here, Control H. Now guys, you can see I want it to touch here, and I also want it to touch here, but we'll manage with this. I'll drag a line over here to hit here, and I'll drag a line over here to hit here. Okay, now remember, it happens to fall in the middle of the line as well. It's very, very important. Okay, it's very important. Let me drag it there again. Okay, so I'll call it prophetic. I'm trying to explain it well so that you really understand it to the details. Okay, so I'm sorry if it's taking quite some time. And then I would like to put in the names over here. I'll come here and then I'll click on width, copy it, and then paste it over here with. Now I also want to reduce the size of the font. I don't want to use the same font because I don't want it to be boring, so I'll choose Montserrat. I'm using basically 3 fonts throughout. Now let's click over here with, and then let's set it to regular over here, and then also we want to, in fact, let's set it to light so that we can make the other ones quite heavy. And then the font size over here, let's set it to 69. Great, that is good. And then let's click on the move tool. Let's drag it somewhere over here. The tracking over here, let's set it to -40, and then let's see, let's set it somewhere here. In fact, let's click here. Let's come and choose the reddish color over here and click on OK. Now I want us to duplicate it, and then I want to go and pick the name over there, and then double click it and then paste it there. Click on my move tool and then move it this way. Now I do not want it to be capital letters, even including the width, so I'm going to take the capital letters off. And then the pasta over here, I'm going to set it, click over here on the style over here, and then I'm going to set it to medium. Okay, I'm also going to use the same font size, which is the 69, and then still using -40 over here. I'll take this one also off, and then I'll click over here and then maybe choose a color that is closer to this. All right, maybe bring it a little bit to this side. Yeah, great. And then I'll pull it closer. Now I also want to select both of them and then Control T, and then make sure it is in the middle. Exactly, it falls in the middle of everything, and then enter. Awesome. Let's see, I think this is good. Maybe you can drag it up, but this is good so far. The 11th hour, I also wish we could pull the 11th hour up a little bit, not too much though. And then let's see, let's put this in the group. Let's call it name. We are done with our name. Now let's bring in some few details over here. You can see we want it to hit this side. We want this to be the defining line, the guard, the layout. Okay, we want it to start from here. So you're going to pick our text and then fill online here, and then come to pick our text tool here and then paste over there, and then paste online over there. All right, now online over there too, we are still going to use 69 for it. We are going to use light over here. We're going to use -40 over here. Let's keep it bold as well, and then let's make it italics. I'll click here, come and pick the blue color over here. All right, and then I'll click on my move tool, and then I'll move it somewhere here. I also want to go and pick my WhatsApp icon and drag it into Photoshop, and then also resize the icon. Let's zoom in, because once we are working on the smaller details, you really want to zoom in and get to the meat of it. Okay, I'll click on my move tool and then I'll move it somewhere here, and then I'll click on online, and then I'll make sure it matches to it. Okay, falls in there nicely, And then well, I think this works well. All right, so let's zoom out. Then let's also duplicate online, and then let's bring it here, and then let's go and then let's pick via WhatsApp call, and then let's paste it there. And then we're still using Montserrat. Okay, guys, still using Montserrat. And then this time let's set it to bold. Okay, the contrast in there makes it quite beautiful. And then let's click over here, let's choose the reddish color over there. We want to stay consistent with the colors, and then let's drag it up. Great. And then duplicate it and then bring it down, and then let's click here, and then let's pick the telephone number here. Control C, click over here on the text, and then maybe just click on it. Control A to select the whole thing, Control V to paste it over there, and then click on the layer mask, the layer over here as well. All right, and then we are still using Montserrat here. We are still going to set it to bold here. And the font size, let's increase it a little bit more. Let's set it to 99. Okay, it's a little bit big. I like it that way. And then let's push it down over here. Now this is not the color that I intend to use. All right, but let's set here to -40. That's the tracking. And then also here bold, and then let's also make it italics as well. And then like I said, the color, we are not really going to use this color. We also want to create a mask. We also want to create a layer, and then drag the layer underneath the number. And then I want you to go here and click on your brush, and then go over here, Windows, and then go for brush settings. All right, it's going to pop up here for you. And then I want you to scroll down. Now if you cannot find it, guys, I'm going to leave the brush in the description for you to use. Okay, it's because I'm a good friend, right? Y'all know I'm a good friend, right? So I'm going to leave it in the description for you. And then which one should I pick? I think I should pick one of these ones. I'm going to pick this. Okay, and then I'll make sure this is off, and then I will come here and choose the color first. The color that I want to use is 161 F30. Click on OK, and then 1 2 3. All right, so I pasted it 3 times, and then right click it and then convert to smart object. That way it does not pixelate. Control T, and then just try and then make it something like that. We want to right click it and then flip horizontally. Great, and then maybe send it somewhere here. Now I still feel like we still need to go a little bit more to something like that. Zoom in, and then make sure it hits the line over here. Everything hits in that line over there. Okay, and then let's bring the telephone number down a little bit more. If I Control T, and then no, not the telephone number, let's go to the brush, Control T, and then let's drag this side there a little bit more. Okay, and then let's click on the telephone number, click on your move tool, and then move the telephone number in there a little bit. Let's see. And then the telephone number, you want to go here to your text, click over here and click color white, and that is it. Maybe you want to also come close a little bit more. Okay, and then I believe this is good. I believe this is good. We can put everything in a group, and then we can call it what should we call it? WhatsApp. Okay, so that is it. And then the next thing I want us to do is let's bring in our image this time. Okay, at least we know how everything is. Let's bring in our image too, so that we are able to better, design according to the way we want. Okay, so I would like to increase this. Let's see. Okay, so drag it up a little bit more. Now I like the way his hand touches the sea over here. It makes it kind of realistic. Okay, but you can see the name over here is being interrupted. So let's go to the name over here, and then let's drag the name this side. Okay, yep. and that is graphic design for you. And so this is the image. Let's put it in a group. Let's call it image. And then over here I want us to go to our adjustments. The first adjustment I want us to work on has to do with a hue and saturation. So let's drag it. All we are going to do is drag the saturation down here like that. Okay, and clip it to it. The next one is we're going to go to black and white. Okay, let's clip black and white to it too as well. And then let's see. All right, so let's delete the hue and saturation. Let's maintain the black and white. Okay, so I just want to maintain the black and white over here. Then the next thing is let's go to our filter, guys, to use the Topaz Labs. Okay, now this is Topaz Labs. It's very useful. Click over here and then go to HDR collections, and then go to dynamic pop 2, and then let's work on the details over here. We're going to set this to 0.4. okay, and then I'm setting here to like that, and then also this one to, let's set this one here 0.13. let's set this one to 4. okay, let's set contrast to, let's see, let's set contrast to 0. We can type over here, let's type 0 over there. The brightness as well, let's set it to 0, and then over here minus 0.02 here, 0.02 here. Let's leave the rest like that. All right, let's leave the rest like that. Let's click on okay. Okay, now I don't really like the effect, so I'll go over here, and then I'll click over here, and then I'll give it hue and saturation. Okay, and I'll drag the hue and saturation here and clip it to it as well. And then here the black and white, I'll go here and set it to soft light. Okay, and then it's not really crisp, so I'll go back to Topaz Labs. Okay, I want to make it as crisp as possible. Alright, so let's go here, let's drag this one here, drag it more. Okay guys, so guys, set the adaptive exposure to 0.61. click on okay. Excellent, excellent. And then I want you to click over here, go over here, and then go to selective color. I want you to go to white, choose white, and the white, the black side, this black side, I want you to drag the black side there. Okay, now when you do that, it makes the white to stand out a little bit more, and that is what we are going for. All right, now this is one of the tricks I use, so guys, don't forget it, add it to it as well. But you want to double click it and then clip it to only the image. Sweet, and that is it. So that is it for the image so far. I think this is great. We also want to bring in some few details over here, and we can do that by pushing the WhatsApp app a little bit more, and then going in the duplicating via WhatsApp. Let's duplicate via WhatsApp and pull it outside that folder, and then click on our move tool, and then make sure auto select is off, and then drag it down. Now let's go and then let's pick Mondays to Fridays, double click it and paste it in there. Okay, now I want you to click on your move tool and then move it up a little bit more. Make sure your lines are showing, that way you know it has to hit there. Okay, and then also go here to your paragraph, make sure this one is selected. Now let's go to character. The changes we are going to be making is with the font size is going to be 58. Great, it seems to be quite small. All right, no problem. Here as well, let's set it to 58, and then minus 40 over here, and then let's choose this, and then let's also choose this, but then the font size is incredibly small. I'm going to pull it all the way till it gets here. around 102. Then I'll drag it here a little bit. Okay, maybe here. Okay, so I like this. And then I would duplicate it and then drag it down, and then I'll come and then pick 10 p.m. and then hit it and then paste it there. Okay, now click on my move to 10 p.m. I'm going to drag it down. We also want to make sure it's still in the same line. I'm dragging 10 p.m. down. Okay, and then I'm going to double click here and then pick p.m. I'll click here and then select the color for the brush over there. Good. Now duplicate it, and then I'm going to click on my move tool and then move it here. I'll go and then I'll pick 11 p.m. I'll duplicate it and I'll paste it in there. Awesome. Now what I'm going to do now is also to select p.m. click over here and select the brush color over there as well. And then the next thing is also, let's right click here and create a tool over there. That's a rectangular shape, and then let's create a kind of a thing like not too big, something like this, right? And then let's click on move tool and then let's move it all the way here. But then we want it to have equal spacing around it, so let's make sure one is cross the line. So let's push it, make sure it's aligned with the line. The next thing is that I want it to be equal distance between this and this, and I think this is great so far. I believe this is great. Maybe we would like to move these two up, and then that means that we'll also have to reshift this one a little bit, and that is it. Okay, I think that is it. So we are going to put this also in a group and call it daytime. All right, so we are done with that. Let's click here and then let's type somewhere here, and then let's pick our contact and then let's paste it there. Now let's open our character as well. We are using Montserrat again. Let's use regular. Okay, and then the font size, let's use 46, and then over here the tracking, let's use 200. Awesome. Let's click over here and then let's choose this color again and click on OK. Also, you want to make sure italics is off, and they're really sticking with this one. Control T, right click it and then rotate counterclockwise. Enter. Click on your move tool and then move it somewhere here. Alright, so I'll hit it with this, and then that is all. Okay, so that is it, and then let's put it in a group. Let's call it contact. Now we also want to work on our adjustments. Our adjustments, we are going to use 3 or 2 adjustments. Okay, the first one is we are going to pull in our vibrance, and then like usual drag the vibrance all the way up. Now you didn't really see it, but once you turn it off, you see some few minor differences in there. All right, now it's time to also boost the colors over here. That's the yellowish color over there. So let's go and then let's go and pick our curves, and then the curve, let's drag this down a little bit. All right, just a little bit. Now I want you to go here and set it to soft light. Great. Now I want you to click over here, click on your brush and make sure your caps lock is off. Make sure your click on your brush, make sure your caps lock is off. All right, and then go here and then choose the soft round brush, and then you want to mask, make sure here is also color black. All right, make sure you want to mask him out because the black is too much. You want to actually mask him out. All right, now remember we are doing it on the curves, so you mask him out, and then that is it. And then finally let's bring in this, drag it in there and drag it here, and then just resize it and then drag it all the way till it hits the corners like that. All right, and then that means that the contact would also have to go up a little bit more, and that means we have to go to the background, right click on the mask over here, make sure we click on our brush and make sure the caps lock is off. And then here's color black, and then you have to mask here as well. Okay, and then maybe let's click on X, toggle between X, and bring in more details here too. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's put this in the groups, and then let's call it adjustment. Alright guys, now if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. Now guys, remember there are more videos coming up. I don't want you to miss out on any of them. Now this particular PSD is going to be in the description as well. It leads you to my blog where you can make the download. Now I'm trying as much as possible not to make the download quite difficult for you, and so every video after this one is going to be quite easy for you to get on my blog. I love you all guys. See you in the next video.